to my kitchen. I am Tina with Hanging with Frugal Tina. Thank you for tuning in. So, a few weeks back, my kids and I were talking about dinner, and I asked them what they wanted for dinner. They said spaghetti. I asked them what kind, and they didn't know what I was talking about, so I started listing different ways that we have eaten spaghetti, and got us to thinking, well, maybe we can make a whole series and put different ways to use spaghetti in one spot. So anybody else who decides they want spaghetti, they can go find it. So that's what we're doing. I think I've lost count. 4, 5, 6, I don't know where we are. We're somewhere in there because I have some that are up, one that I'm doing, and I think there's some that I'm still editing. So I'm not really sure what number we're on, but we're there. So anyway, tonight's dinner is going to be crack chicken. I don't know how I feel about that name, but that's what it is, so it's going to be what it be. So let's heat up the pots, let's get it, let's go, come on. Okay, we're going to get started. As you can see, I have 2 crock pots, a little tiny one right there, and the big one right there. I need 2 crock pots because Eric can't have sour cream or cream cheese. That's going in today's recipe. So he has his own personal little crock pot. So my chicken is frozen. It's better if you start without it frozen, but that's what I have. Let's get started making dinner. Okay, here's everything you're going to need for tonight's dinner. Crack chicken. Don't know how I feel about that name, but it be what it be. So in the back, you're going to need some chicken. I already started the chicken. I already filmed it, so you will see that. So we have in the back with the blue crock pot is for the people who can have dairy, and the black crock pot is for Eric, who cannot have dairy. And also on that side is his plant-based cheese, sour cream, and cream cheese. But what you're going to need is the chicken, some cheddar cheese, salt, pepper, bouillon. May it be better than bouillon, broth, homemade, whatever you have. Also, you're going to need some Lipton ranch mix. You could use, I'll put the recipe in the bottom for you can make it yourself, or you could just buy a package. Cream cheese, you're going to need sour cream. As we get over farther, there's Eric, like I said, his sour cream, cream cheese, and cheddar cheese, plant-based. You're also going to need some bacon, and you guessed it, here we go, last ingredient, the spaghetti. So there you have it. Let's get going. Okay, now my crock pot's not dirty. I turned it on, sat the chicken in there, and forgot I have to do that second. So I took it back out. Eric's crock pot is just behind us. I'm going to do the exact same thing to him as we are doing. So to the crock pot, we're going to add a package of ranch seasoning, or the equivalent if you make your own. I just happen to have this. I do make my own, and I will put the ingredients in the description box below. And then it calls for a half a cup of broth, whatever you have. So it calls for a half a cup. I'm going to do more because we're more kind of a family. There we go. The rest in there is for Eric. Got the whole pack of seasoning mix in there, and we're going to give that a mix. Now, mine's going to take a little bit longer to cook because my chicken is frozen. Shh, don't tell anybody. I forgot to take the chicken out. So I'm starting early so we have time for it to cook. All right, so I'm just going to stick the frozen chicken down inside. Calls for about 1 pound. To 1.5 pounds. All right. I'll come through later and flip it over. But that's all we're going to do for now. I will be back in a couple of hours. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick look inside here. See what's going on. Not quite there yet, but because I put it in there frozen, I want to put what's on the bottom on top. But it is getting there. It's starting to shred up. So I'm going to, oops, splashed myself. I'm going to shred up what I can and let it continue to cook. So what I'm doing with the chicken that I can shred, I'm just using 2 forks and pulling it apart. You can also leave it in there and use a hand mixer. This is just fine for me. It'll finish shredding up inside the pot. I just wanted to get what I could shred, shredded. All right, so I'm going to put this back in there. There's still another 2 pieces in there that I'm going to pull out, but I'm basically just going to do the same thing and throw it back in the crock pot. We're nearly to the next step. Not quite though, because there's still some pieces in here I see that are not fully cooked. Okay, so it did shred, but not all that great because it's not done. But I'm going to put it back in and let it continue to cook. All right, I'm just letting you know I doubled the batch, but forgot to double the seasoning. So when we come back, if it looks like it's much more liquid in there, it is. Did the same thing for Eric's. Okay, so we have to cook some bacon. It doesn't call for the whole pack of bacon. I am going to cook a whole pack because the kids love bacon. So I make extra and they just kind of throw it in the microwave and heat it up in the morning. Just gonna make all of the bacon. Let me get to cooking that. Time to make the donuts. No, I'm just kidding. Time to make the pasta. Cook it however you like. Okay, so we're at this portion of the game. We're going to need the cream cheese and sour cream. So let me get this boxes open. This is Eric's plant-based. So I've never used the BioLife like this. I've always had it different, and I've never had it in a block before. So I bought this at the store. We're going to give it a taste and see how it works. I've had BioLife in many things. Eric does like it. So that's pretty cool. It comes in like a block. And then the sour cream. Oh, even smells like the sour cream. Let's give it a taste. A little bit on the tip of a knife. Oh, that tastes like sour cream. How about that? Exactly like it. Not even like a close. Let's see what's going on with this one. This is all for my plant-based subscribers. I got another little taste right there. That's the cream cheese. That is so good. I probably couldn't tell the difference if you stuck it on a bagel or something. Oh, I'm glad. I'm going to be buying that very often. I would even eat that. All right, I'm not really sure how much to put in of this because I'm guesstimating for Eric. So I'm just going to put a little bit of each in there, and that's what we're going to do. But let me just get that going because I'm going to show you on ours how we do it. So I put about, I would say 2 ounces in there of the cream cheese, and then I'm just going to put a plop of the sour cream in there. And we're going to go from there. Okay. Get some of that off of there. I have my softened cream cheese. It's room temperature. It's got a bit of a chill on it, not a lot. Now remember, I added extra in here because I had extra chicken. And I'm feeding 9 people. So, whoop, there goes that dog. All right, so I'll clean the rest of that off in a second. Next thing you're gonna need is about 1/2 cup of sour cream. Okay, it calls for 1/2 cup. I'm putting extra in. And earlier, I totally forgot to add the pepper. So we're gonna add that now, after we get this kind of mixed in. Yeah, it doesn't look all that great, but it's supposed to be good. I've never made this one. All right, so just gonna add some pepper, add it to taste. All right. And we're just gonna let that sit a little while longer. Let it cook and thicken up a little bit. All right, onward, forward. For Eric, I threw in just, he doesn't have enough cheddar cheese to make his whole recipe. So I threw some of this in here. It's what we use for like mozzarella. And then I'm gonna throw a little bit of his cheddar in there to mix through until it melts. We're gonna mix that through. And then I'm gonna pull ours forward. I nearly forgot this step. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. Let me pull ours forward and get ours going. All right, back to ours. I'm gonna add it, maybe about 2 handfuls inside. I always say that my handfuls are about 1/2 cup. So I just took a handful and I measured it out. I thought it was a 3/4 cup. It's not. My handfuls are very, very skosh heavy, 1/2 cup. So there you go. And what I did was I just took a decent handful and I put it in. Boom. There you go. And we're just gonna mix that through. And we're gonna let the rest of this cook and that chicken to finish breaking down. There you go. Let's let this thicken up with all this cheese in here. Onward, forward. And my kids can't wait. I'm going to pair this with a little bit of garlic bread. So I had some rolls left over from meatball hoagies we made. So I'm gonna get that going in the oven. Last and final step. I'm giving it a little bit of a stir. Make sure nothing's sticking down the bottom. Then we're gonna top it off with a little bit more cheese. Just enough for the top. You don't have to put a bunch in there because I don't want it to just taste like cheese. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think that's good. Then we're gonna go in with the bacon crumbles that we cooked. Now they say add the bacon crumbles last minute, but I feel like adding it now. And I'm gonna do the same thing for Eric's. Just like that. Boom! Now I'm gonna do Eric's the same way. Ouch, that was hot. Gonna give his a stir. All right. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some across the top of the plant-based. Just a little bit. And then a little bit of the cheddar. I don't want to overpower the kid. And of course, he's got to get some bacon across the top. Almost reminds me of potato soup. Okay, let's give that a few more minutes, and then it's eating time. Alrighty, I hope it's done, because I'm ready to eat. Let me just let the steam out the other side real quick. Woohoo! Ah, yummy. Guess what? I'm gonna meet you at the table. Actually, not yet. Turn that off. Turn that off. And there's Eric's. Looking good. She's looking good. Now we're gonna meet you at the table. And there's my plate looking yummy. 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 Let's go. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. We're at the table! Bingity, 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 boo. Can't wait! I say that every time, I can't wait. Woo! I had my sitting for a second while I took a picture for the thumbnail. We're getting right down to business. Not even gonna ask if he's ready. We're just gonna go head on. Now mine's a little thicker than his. Maybe because I guesstimated on his or not, but he wants that juiciness. So you want me to take some of it off? He said, no. You put a little piece of bacon on mine, pardon the fingers.
Yeah, me too.
You gonna put bacon on yours too?
Yeah, I want crispy bacon.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Mmm.
Mmm.
Mmm. Now I know why they call it Crock chicken. Mmm.
It's really good.
It is very good. This is going on a regular rotation. What do you think? Yeah, that's really good. Keep sucking, keep sucking, keep sucking. I'm coming with a pair of scissors. Snip, snip. That was good. He wasn't stopping. All right. Everybody else got their plates over there. They're ready to eat. So, oh, we paired this with some garlic bread. Eric couldn't have any because we ran out of what do we use? Oh, country crock vegetable spread. So he couldn't have any, but he is getting his roll. So see you next one. No, see you at the wrap up. Bye-bye. Dinner's over. How'd they do? Well, you're looking at it. Nothing. I now know why they call it crack. Because that stuff is addicting. That is going on our regular rotation. That was absolutely delicious. That is a must try. So, I hope you try it. I sincerely hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. And don't forget, like and subscribe. See you later. Bye.